I'm Paul Pachter, the CEO of Long Island Cares, and welcome to the new and expanded Long Island Cares Annex. We opened up our South Shore Service Center in 2013 at the height of Superstorm Sandy because we saw the need in the town of Babylon and Lindenhurst and Amityville and Copeg, and we just opened to support the community with emergency food and household supplies and personal care products. And now today, because of the need, and we see about 1,700 people a month right here in Lindenhurst. Add to that the 2,000 people we see in Freeport and the 800 people we see every month in Huntington Station. That's a lot of people. There is no other food bank in the country that uses this model. Every food bank in the country does two things. They warehouse food and they truck it to their member agencies. That is not our model. At least it hasn't been our model for the last 12 years. We are about Long Island. We are about meeting with the people who need the food in addition to supporting our agencies. This would not be possible without the support of a couple of people who stepped up, as they have been doing for years now, to support Long Island Cares. First and foremost, our friends at VCA Charities for what they have been able to do for us with the opening of Baxter's Pet Pantry. So I know someone's here from VCA, so I might have shared this with you in the past. Baxter's life was made better because of VCA hospitals. You took care of him, you helped him through the rough spots, and then when it was time for him to go, you made him extremely comfortable. And what moves me very much about that is, in addition to VCA Charities, our appreciation to the Kaplan Bensley Foundation for what they have done for us in allowing us to open up a section of Baxter's Pet Pantry in honor of Jazzy Kaplan. And Jazzy Kaplan, like Baxter, died from Cushing's disease. And what we're able to do because of Kaplan Bensley, is provide organic and prescription dog food to families who are caring for sick pets. And that's very important to us. Then there's Citizens Bank. Nothing to do with Long Island. They're upstate New York. Every now and then they want to invest money in other innovative projects, and when they heard about the expansion of Lindenhurst and the creation of a pet pantry, they were in. So we're very grateful to Citizens Bank as well. And last but not least, to our partners at Bank of America, who gave us a very generous grant this year to support our mobile school pantry. Oh, okay. To support our breakfast trucks. And we had a need. They actually gave us more than we asked for. You believe that? The bank is giving you more than you asked for? And we said to them, look, we've got this plan to expand our center in Lindenhurst. And they said, fine, use the money. So Bank of America is responsible for this as well. And of course, the town of Babylon. Without the support of the Community Development Agency and the Bank of the town of Babylon, none of this would be possible, and none of it would be able to be sustained. And we just signed a new 10-year lease on this property. So we have a commitment to the people of the town of Babylon and to people who are hungry in general. Before I introduce our guests, let me tell you just one thing. This past December 6th, Harry Chapin would have been 77 years old. I often think what I would have said to Senator Chapin had he lived. I would have asked him, how's it going in Washington?
Not well.
No. Harry saw hunger as the shame of America. And as we all know, he did something about it. He founded two organizations, Why Hunger and Long Island Cares. I know in my heart of hearts that Harry would be very proud of what this organization has accomplished, and we're not done. I am very, very pleased to use this occasion as well to announce that in just a matter of a few weeks, Long Island Cares will open up its 5th satellite location. We will be cutting the ribbon in April because it needs to be warmer out east. But we are moving to Hampton Bays, and we are going to be opening up the BOFA Hunger Assistance and Humanitarian Center of the Hamptons, 100% funded by Bank of America. It has been 12 years since Long Island received a major grant from Bank of America national headquarters. Every year, 2 lucky nonprofits receive $200,000 from Bank of America to do something transformational. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Bank of America announced that they were donating $500,000 to Long Island Cares to open up our East End satellite. So we're very excited about what we're going to be able to accomplish out in Hampton Bays. We're looking forward to that. But right now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you a great friend of this organization. Anytime we call upon our county executive, he's there. There's no questions asked, he's there. Please welcome Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellone.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be here, and I didn't know Harry Chapin, of course, but I know he would be very proud of you and what you've done. This organization is incredible, and it's always an honor to be with you. And it's a pleasure to be with my colleagues in the state and the town and the village, and I'm grateful for what they're doing and their work as well, supporting the work of this great organization. And it is really exciting to be here for another example of innovation by Long Island Cares, and to be really celebrating the fact that this incredible organization will be here in the downtown, in the community, for another 10 years, 10-year lease, and now being with the pet pantry here in this expansion, it really is incredible, and it's so appropriate to be here. Paul mentioned Superstorm Sandy. This community was really the epitome of how you respond to a disaster that has such a huge human toll on it. And you saw here in Lindenhurst, I think, the best of our community, of our county, of humanity in responding to that event. So it does not surprise me that this is a place where people who need help and need assistance, and the truth of the matter is we know we all need help or assistance at some point in our lives. Every single person on this planet needs the help of somebody else at some point in their lives, and that this place here in Lindenhurst is providing that is a wonderful thing. And the fact of the matter is our friends and our neighbors are individuals who need help with food, who need assistance. That is a truth, and it exists in every single community on Long Island. And without Long Island Cares, those friends and neighbors wouldn't have the support they needed. So I'm so proud to be here and just grateful that we have an organization like this doing such incredible things in our county and in our region. Paul, congratulations and thank you.
I want to share with you the room you're sitting in. This is going to be Gus's Food Rescue Center. We are rescuing almost 2 million pounds of food every year from about 80 retailers. The food is picked up by our trucks at the various retail locations, brought back to the warehouse. With the annex, now a lot of the food that's rescued on the South Shore is coming directly here, so that the agencies will have access to it immediately. Before I introduce our next speaker, I just want to acknowledge and thank my staff, Jessica Rosati and Lisa Owens, Ben Gannett, Dolly Bortzik, for all the work they put into this. Fernando Rivera, our maintenance person, was here at 4:30 this morning doing what he had to do. Our COO, Pete Braglia, making sure that his staff was on top of this and that they were making deliveries here and getting it all set up for us. So thank you. And our board for all their support. Our board president, Dave Casara, is with us today and brought his dog with him. Larry Dunn is here from our board, and Dave Herold and Jim Lennon and Jeff Yablon. So thank you. And of course to all our staff that are with us today. Boy, we lucked out in the 8th Senatorial District. We really did. We had a great senator, and now we have another great senator who has been so supportive toward this organization and has just, worked alongside us to advocate for the needs of Long Islanders who are struggling with food insecurity. Please welcome State Senator John Brooks.
Thank you very much. And, I've had the great pleasure of knowing Paul for a long time. I was there when they first opened the office in Freeport. And what this organization brings to the community in terms of help and support goes beyond words. Whenever we have a problem, I can call him up when somebody's calling us, and they're there every time. Today, as we expand this program, it truly becomes more of a family program. Anybody who owns a pet knows a pet is part of the family. Anybody that knows a home or a family that is struggling, putting food on the table, they still save some of that for the pet. We know during an emergency with evacuations, often people won't leave a home because where's the pet going to go? Probably the biggest problem with the census that's coming up is the fact that we don't recognize that pets are part of the family. But what's being done here today, expanding the program as a pet center, is going to address that one part of the family that we sometimes forget about. So what's happening here is so critical to the problem of a food shortage that we face across Long Island. It's not just the mouths that speak, but it's the mouths that bark and meow and whatever pigs do or whatever it might do. But we are addressing here a critical piece, and it shows how big the heart of this organization is, how big they really look at what's happening in the marketplace, if you will, in the community and needs. And Paul has stepped up recently with some other issues where there's been some changes in distribution. This organization and others are looking out very clearly with the needs of our community and making sure those needs are met, particularly where it comes from hunger. And this is a program that clearly is not walking up the wrong tree. Thank you.
Let me share with you that earlier today at 10 o'clock this morning, Babylon Town Supervisor Rich Schaefer was here to take a tour, to talk to us about the support that the town continues to offer us. We're grateful. But also with us today is Babylon Town Councilman Terrence McSweeney, and I'm delighted that you're here, Terrence. Come on.
Thank you, Paul. So he's on his way out now, but County Executive Steve Ballone looked at his watch and he said, you know, when I was a Town of Babylon councilman, I kept everything short and sweet, so I'll take his advice. Look where he is now. But I just want to say thank you, Paul, everybody, for inviting us here and making us feel a part of this this great family that you guys have going on here. And I spoke to my daughter this morning driving her to school, and I told her where I was coming. And thank God you guys had it during the week, because she would be here and I wouldn't be able to get her to leave when she finds out all the good work that you guys are doing. And I just want to say, listening to everything that was said today and all the stories that were shared, you guys are doers, and that's what we strive to be here as local officials. Senator Brooks, very much like myself, don't look at ourselves as politicians rather than public servants. We are here to serve our constituents and the people that we represent, and that's exactly why this organization is so great, is you guys realized that there was a need and you got no questions asked, stepped up to the plate and just did what needed to be done, and feeding the mouths after Superstorm Sandy, and now realizing what a lot of people do forget is our four-legged friends. In my household, we have we have 3 dogs, 3 hamsters, and a fish. So they're all four-legged except for the one has a tail. But every single one of them, even the fish included, whose name is Piggy, is a part of the family. And my wife and my kids and everything, and I could not imagine losing or not being able to provide for one of my family members or my family pets. So on behalf of Supervisor Rich Schaefer and the entire town board, I just want to say thank you. And we look forward to working with you guys. And this is another, and I know the village of Lindenhurst is here today, this is another cornerstone business here in the village of Lindenhurst that's going on, because this village is thriving. You guys are in a terrific, terrific spot. I call it the great village of Lindenhurst. So with that, good luck, and anything that the town of Babylon could do for you guys, you please reach out and let us know. Thank you, Paul.
Good morning, everybody, and again, thank you also for the invitation. And in the interest of keeping words brief, I'd like to also recognize everybody knows what a tremendous organization that this is, and now it has even gotten that much better by its expansion. We are so proud to have this facility here on Wellwood Avenue, on the main street of our village. I thank Councilman McSweeney for his very kind words about our village, and I think that is something that's happening here, and this is a great part of it. So we welcome you, and we do look forward to the next 10 years. And again, if there's anything at all the village can do, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guy from Legislator McCaffrey's office. Come on and say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful place, right? And it's fitting that a beautiful place such as this does the work that it does. And I liken to the work that's being done here as kind of God's work. In a way, it's serving those who need, those on the brink of need, the education that Long Island Cares does. For me, it's actually a privilege to see you expand in this great village. On behalf of Legislator McCaffrey, it's something that's been a part of the village for so long, and like I said, the service that is provided to those in need is so important. So welcome and congratulations in your expansion. We welcome it here, and obviously we'll be a point of drop-off for you always, and we'll encourage others to pick up materials and foods, and for both pets and families. So on behalf of Legislator McCaffrey and obviously the 1.5 million citizens of Suffolk County, we welcome you and congratulate you in this expansion. So congratulations.
Keep these coming because we got a lot of wall space. We also have, last but not least, a representative, Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre is here. So come on in.
Good morning, everyone. Brendan Cunningham. I have the pleasure of serving as Chief of Staff for Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre, who regretfully can't be here today, but she wanted to pass along just how thankful we are for Long Island Cares. You know, like everyone said already, anything that one of our constituents needs, you guys step up right away, and we're proud to be partners with you at the state level. You know, in government, you know, you want to pass laws that help people. Sometimes those take longer than you'd like to actually see the positive benefits of that. What you guys are doing here is God's work, and you're providing instant gratification for people who need it most. And I know my puppy at home would be extremely excited to see that her fellow furry friends are going to be taken care of here as well. So we're just so thankful to have you as a jewel here in the Lindenhurst community. We'll be a drop-off point for you as well for anything you need, and we're really looking forward to working together with you. So thanks for letting me be here today, and congratulations, Paul, and the rest of the team here.
Now the cutting of the ribbon.
Now you pick up.
Oh, I love that. Never worked with two big balls.